why Ganesh is often worshipped on Wednesdays. So, like Wednesday becomes a big day for Ganesh.
Wednesday is for Avtara Vishnu.
Yeah, as well. The same. But that's more Vaishnavite tradition, where Shaivite tradition, they connect Wednesday with Ganesh. Where Vaishnavite, the Vishnu becomes very, so.
We do Ganesh worship on Fridays. Fridays.
What do you do?
Ganesh
worship on Fridays. Jala-Tattva. Different traditions have it a little different, but a lot of, if you look at certain vratas, there's a bunch of vratas connected to Wednesday with Ganesh.
Sometimes it's associated as Ketu Karaka.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Well, Ketu Rupa is Ganesh. Yeah. Because Ketu and Rahu are opposite.
Yeah.
Rahu is all your obstacles.
Yes.
So Ketu is the opposite of all your obstacles, which is Ganesh. Okay. So we talked about looking. We did natal chart and we did Muhurta with Tithi. Yes, we did both. Okay. Important thing to understand is that the Tithi, you subtract the longitudes of the sun and the moon to get the difference, and you divide it by 12 to get the Tithi. But it's based on the subtraction of the sun and the moon. Now that subtraction has a relationship to Venus. Venus subtracts the sun and the moon. It's the Asura guru, the guru of the demons. Where Jupiter is about adding the longitudes of the sun and the moon, and gives us what's called the Pañcāṅga yoga. Jupiter is the Deva guru, the guru of the gods. Okay. And the lords of the Tithis are based on the days of the week. Pratipad, sun. Dvitya, moon. Third, Mars. Fourth, Mercury. Fifth, Jupiter. All in the days of the week. So very easy to remember. Really easy to remember. Now, next page, page 8 in the handout. There's a chart there about Nanda, Bhadra, Jaya, Rikta, and Purna. And this wasn't in the last one.
Yeah. This guy?
Nice, huh?
Is that your new creation?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Is this page 7 or page 8?
Page 8 in this handout. There is a graph that says Nanda, Bhadra, Jaya, Rikta, and Purna.
That's it's like one of those magic eye things. You look at it, it starts to do all sorts of...
Well, do you see what this is?
Yeah, it's a Tithi chart, right?
Yeah, but what's the star showing?
Heaven and earth?
Nope.
Sun and moon?
So if you look, Nanda Tithi. Nanda Tithi is connected to the Agni Tattva. And just so you know, there's two different ways to correlate the Tithis here, to the elements. One is based on Sarvatabhadra chakra, one is based on Gatak chakra. This is based on Sarvatabhadra chakra.
Are you talking about this guy now?
They're the same.
Okay.
They're both connected. This chart up here, with the Nanda and Bhadra, is this star underneath the here. If you look at Nanda Tithis. Nanda Tithis are the Agni Tithis, okay? They're the Tithis ruled by fire. Bhadra Tithis are the Tithis ruled by the earth element. So if we look at Nanda Tithi, which is ruled by the fire element, it's Pratipad, 1, Shashti, 6, and Ekadashi, 11, right? So go down on this chart. Put one finger on Pratipad. Put the next finger on Shashti. And the next one on Ekadashi. Both Shukla and Krishna.
So the K5s, what does K5 stand for?
That's fifth Tithi. Krishna. Remember, Krishna is waning. Shukla is waxing. Shukla means white and bright. Krishna means dark. And we shorten it to K and S. S Shukla, K Krishna. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
So that star is connecting the Nanda Tithis.
So both the stars are actually.
Yeah, one is
I mean, both the triangles. I'm looking at like triangles.
they're all those are all the Nanda Tithis, the points of that star.
Okay. So the tithis are all there's ruled by. So you can be within the.
Pratipad, Shashti, and Ekadashi are ruled by Agni. They're Nanda Tithis.
Okay.
Bhadra Tithis are Dvitya, Saptami, and Dwadashi. 2, 7, and 12.
Okay.
If you look, the relationship between those earth-ruled Tithis will form a 6-pointed star as well.
Okay.
So all the elements are forming this 6-pointed star between each other.
They're all 5 tithis apart.
How many elements are there? Okay, we all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense? Everybody?
So the water element is the tithi, and it's broken down into the 5 elements.
And it's the Tithi is the water element.
Right.
And because it's the water element, it shows us relationship. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We got that far. Now all of a sudden we're breaking down the Tithis again into 5 more elements.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a dasha and an antardasha. Right?
Mm-hmm.
In Sandasha, you also go through all the other planets.
Right.
So in the same way, in the Tithi goes into, it shows us it's the relationship area. Now we break down the relationship into the 5 elements. You can relate to somebody in a very aggressive, fiery way.
Mm-hmm.
You can relate to somebody in a very watery, gentle, nurturing way. You can relate to somebody in a very airy way. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to get married, though, would you want to get married on the Akash-Tattva?
Yeah.
Chakra? So Titya-stani and Tridashi, they're all good for marriage?
Jala Tattva, Akash Tattva.
Okay. So the Agni-Tattva is good
But this is the thing. So if you look at this last paragraph on this page, it talks, for example, if you look at the 3rd Tithi, it's Jaya Tithi. That's ruled by Mars. The other Tithi ruled by Mars is Ekadashi, which is Agni. So both are ruled by Mars, but the one is Mars Agni, one is Mars Akash. So we're integrating both the Lord of it as well as the element. So most of the time, Ekadashi Vrata is fasting on the 11th day of the moon, is based because this is Mars and the fire element. It's the most aggressive relationship energy possible. And by fasting on that day, you're removing those bad effects of Mars. That's why we don't fast on Tritya for Mars, because it's Akash Tattva. So we're utilizing these together. So you have to take the Lord as well as the element into account. Okay?
Ekadashi means seeing the singularity.
Seeing, it's the 11th day of the Tithi.
Meaning in Sanskrit, I was just wondering whether it is seeing that mark.
Yeah, Eka Dashi. Eka 1, 10. Dasha 10. So it's 1, 10, which is 11. Yeah.
Oh, just a number, Sanskrit number.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all numbers.
Okay.
Do you have any more insight into why the Vaishnava tradition fasting?
A true Vaishnav has all anger removed. If you see a Vaishnava who's getting angry, they don't know Krishna yet.
So they're fasting to get rid of anger.
They're fasting to get rid of any anger, because Vishnu is the Akasha Tattva. He's everywhere and everything, all permeating. He brings everything together. He holds the universe together and makes it run harmoniously. Fighting anger is anti-Vishnu. It's not part of understanding Vishnu. So the Vaisnava fast on Ekadashi to remove all this fighting energy, so that they're in peacefulness and harmony, like Vishnu. If you don't become like Vishnu, how can you understand Vishnu?
For the Shivites have a traditional fasting day.
Shukla Paksha Ekadashi.
Huh?
Shukla Paksha Ekadashi.
Well, that's a Vaishnava tradition. Yeah.
Or not even, I don't follow such an aggressive fasting, but
Mhm.
on that day I do not take the most favorite food or something which I cannot bear. Eating rice is, for example, which we do every day. I don't touch rice on that day.
Mhm.
So we learn like to not do the grains.
Mhm.
Is there something in a grain that holds? Is there anything to that?
There's many different vratas where you're moving and using certain elements of the planets to create certain things. We'll talk a little bit more as we go in. Let's flip the page and we'll talk. So on this page, this page lists the deities connected to each of the tithis. Did you know there's deities connected to each of the tithis? See if you recognize those deities. What do those deities look like?
Is Sarvate, is that the sun? Aditya? Sarvate?
Savitri.
Savitri?
Mm-hmm.
That's the mother of the sun. The mother of the
Savitri.
Savitri.
Some of it looks like the 33 devas. Like,
Nakshatra deities.
Yes.
Same as the nakshatra deities.
Not Kali. What about Hari?
Nriti. Kali Nriti. This is a later.
Some of the nakshatra deities.
They're given different names, but they're the same deities.
How about Hari? Who's that?
Hari, that's Abhijit Nakshatra.
Abhijit?
Here they give Dharma. Dharma and Aryamana are the same. So in this way, the deities of the tithis are the same as the deities of the nakshatras. And in this way, we can understand the energy of the tithis in the same way that we use the deities to understand the energy of the nakshatras. We can use these deities to understand the energy of the tithi, but based on a relationship level. Where with the nakshatra, we're understanding that deity based on where the mind is going, how the prana is moving. Okay?
Right, so what's a good book to understand the deity since we didn't grow up with it?
I'm slowly writing.
What about,
Won't be done for another
what about
3-4
that
years.
French guy, Alain, I don't know how to pronounce his French name, that guy.
What's his book?
He wrote a book about Hindu gods and goddesses.
I don't know if it can go specifically into these, though, does it?
It does.
Yeah.
It has,
It's pretty good, but it's also old, and yeah, it's good.
that's the one I use as a reference. And he's
You've read it, Eric, or just looked at it?
Yeah, I've read it pretty extensively. It's got a lot of quotes and translations from other texts,
really.
but it's mostly just from the Vedas, not as much from Puranas.
And Puranas are very important.
And it's some from Puranas, but mostly Vedas. He was cool.
Okay. Interaction between the var and the tithi. Let's just flip over. Go